Hey guys, it's Tori from Monogram Moments. Today I'm going to walk you a quick and easy gift idea. These display cards are great for Mother's Day, teachers' gifts, everyday gifts, and the cool thing about these is that you can make multiple of these cardstock printouts, make multiple of them, give them to whoever, and they can have different display cards throughout the year. So you make like a 4th of July, a Father's Day, Christmas, whatever you like, and you can just change them. So we're going to work on, I'm going to show you how I kind of stained that wood piece, and I'm going to show you how I made the actual cardstock paper. We are going to use Silhouette Studio today, and we're also going to need these materials. We need scissors, you need Huggies or any kind of wipes, you need paint. This is just acrylic paint that I've had for years that I got from Hobby Lobby probably. You need these wooden boards with slits in them. I bought them in a pack of 10 or so for about $10 from Amazon, which I'll link below. You need something to put your paint on, and then you need paper. I use cardstock. So we're going to start in Silhouette Studio. I am using Business Edition, but you can use the free edition, it doesn't matter. I made my rectangle that's around that design I'm working on right now 4x6, but you can really make it whatever size you want it. And all these designs I'm using today are on my website, which I will also link below. So right now I'm just playing around with what I want it to look like, changing up the font, and once I'm happy with it, I just selected all of that and I grouped it together. Now I'm going to work on a more teachers inspired one, and I found this quote on Google. And I'm going to work on each word individually just to give it some variety, and I will have to end up ungrouping these because I want to size a few of them differently, make them a little bit larger. So I ungroup the whole thing, and then I have to regroup just the word, and then I can size them up and down and change the color. I tried to add a background, but I wasn't a fan of that, so I'm done with that. I grouped it. So now I'm going to work on one with the fruit of the Spirit, and again, these are really good for using Bible verses for, and you can make them interchangeable with different Bible verses for each month or something. So I'm just playing around with this, and once I get it ready, I'm going to select all of that and I'm going to group, and I will move it to the side, and I'm about ready to start printing. However, I didn't save with that border, so I'm going to use the alignment tools in Silhouette Studio. So I'm aligning in the center horizontally and vertically to get that back in the center. And then I'm going to group all of that. Okay, so now I'm about ready to print. You see that black border in the white template that I'm using? That's my print border. So I want to make sure the two prints I'm about to print are going to fit in that. So I'm rotating them so I can print 2 at a time. And I went ahead and print like this, and since those red lines are cut lines, it did not print those cut lines. So I've got to go back and make those color, but you'll see right now that I pushed the black outline and it outlined everything. I don't want that. So I had to ungroup and then just select that red line, push black or whatever color, add some width to it, and then it'll print now. Because I'm cutting these by hand, you very well could use your Silhouette to cut for you, do a print and cut. So once you're ready, you go to File, Print. You can change your settings to whatever you want. Maybe you're using the cardstock, you want to change it to matte paper, that's fine. So I'm getting ready to fake stain this little wooden stand I have, and I'm using wipes just because it gives it that stain look since it's kind of wet. So I ended up changing my color. I wanted a darker color, so I'm using just brown, and my wipe wasn't as moist as I wanted it to be. So I'm going to restart, but you'll see the other color right there. I don't think it looks as much like a fake stain that I was trying to go for. So here I am, you just kind of brush that paint on and then you smear it out. So you get the color, but you still get to see that wood grain in there, which is what I was originally going for. So I'm just going to spend some time getting this whole thing covered. The ends were a little bit harder because they weren't super smooth, so I had more dab on the ends, but it still worked. And I didn't worry about getting in between that slot just because it wasn't necessary. It's so tiny you can't see in there anyway. It's really only meant to hold one piece of cardstock at a time. All right, and there's that. So I set those aside once I show you and let those dry a little bit. Okay, so I printed this out once I realized that my print lines didn't cut. So that's just to show you what it should look like. This is what I did print out before I realized those lines weren't going to cut, so I had to ungroup and make it thicker. So I'm just freehand cutting this. Again, you can use your Silhouette Studio print and cut option if you like, or if you have a slice cutter, you could use that. And really, these don't have to be perfect. All of your cardstock images don't have to be the same size, since one can only be displayed one at a time. But here I am just kind of showing you the idea, and I think it turned out super cute. Like, these are just great things you can put on a bookshelf to add a little bit of color, maybe on your teacher's desk, really anywhere that you might just need some encouragement throughout the day if you did want to do a Bible study, a Bible verse. And that is really it, guys. So again, I will link everything that I used in the description below, and I hope you can make somebody happy with some cute personalized gifts that they can add to their home. And if y'all have any questions, please be sure to leave them below, and I will get back to you on them.